Hello everyone, welcome to the show. Here's just a show that talks about some random cameras that I used and I found during this many years, so I would just wanted to share my thoughts on this little camera. 35mm full frame film compact point and shoot, which is the PENTAX ESPIO 150 SL. This is just a random camera that I found in Value Village for 15 bucks. It's a rather premium, quote, premium-ish camera for the look of it. That's why I got it. It's got the classic champagne beige color scheme, and it's got a metal body, which is pretty cool, and it features a 38 to 150mm super zoom lens, which is quite a reach. And this little camera, I mean, there's nothing bad about it. It's packed full of features, so let's just go through it. On top of it, there's like a few buttons, which there's a couple of flash modes, red eye reduction, like slow sync, like all that, and 2 AF modes, infinity and spot focus, and then remote, self-timer, and a data printing option. And on top there's like a backlit screen that shows you all the basic informations, and it also have a diopter adjustment and on-off switch, the zoom rocker. It's basically what you need, all of the things that you need to shoot pictures. It's got it all, so it's packed full of features. And there's one more little features that I really like, which is the panoramic mode, which just really easy. You just flip that on and there's 2 masks that kind of cover the whole frame, so it makes it so it cropped the pictures that makes it look like a widescreen panoramic look, so it gives that kind of film cinematic look, quote. Well, everyone like this nowadays, I think. And then also in the viewfinder, it will show you the correct framing when you flip on that panoramic mode. And to be honest, the lens is quite slow, so it's best for just a sunny day to shoot, because it starts from like 5 point something all the way down to f11 or 12, and there are no manual controls, so you're just not P mode, just full automatic all the way. But from my experience that I used it 2 times in a day, one in the morning, one at night, and to be honest, it's quite an interesting little camera to use. Because for me, I've always used a prime lens point and shoot, like a 35 or 38 2.8 lens, and I was never a big fan of zooms because it just feels unprofessional and not cool, and the quality is not that good. I always thought about that, but when I used this camera, it's pretty interesting that it turns out I've used the zoom quite a lot, basically all the time, because I have this option, because I can look further away, and then it's like I have this ultimate creep machine that I can just stand really far away and take pictures of people. And then I also find out that I use the panoramic mode a lot because it's quite an interesting framing option. And when you see through the viewfinder in this framing, you see quite differently because you want to find something that can fit in this really long frame. So it gives you a different sense of framing and kind of challenging to take pictures with it, and I find it really fun. And to be honest, there's like it's all the features that you need to take pictures. It's just the apertures are too slow. You can obviously compensate that by putting a faster speed film in it, like a 400 or 800, so you can shoot faster. And it definitely reflects on the picture at night. So like most of the pictures I took at night, it's blurry, as you would have expected. So yeah, quite a little fun camera to use. And for me, it's just obviously a passerby camera, but I just wanted to put this camera to give it a record online and in a video form that kind of, when people search about it, they can at least see something about it, right? It's obviously not an expensive camera. It's not the best camera, and this kind of explains why it ends up in Value Village for $15. But for me, it's just like every camera is different, and when you use a different camera, you have a totally different experience with it. But it gives good pictures as well. So it's not like you have to buy the best, the most expensive, the popular type of camera. This camera can pretty much do everything. I think the most important part is just how you feel about it, and the pictures you took. It is what you like. That is the soul of photography. And yeah, that's everything I want to talk about this camera. PENTAX ESPIO 150 SL. We'll see you next time. Bye.